How do blackjack rule changes affect your basic strategy? Imagine walking into a casino and noticing that the game rules are different from what you usually play. Maybe the dealer hits on soft 17 or the deck count is different. These changes might seem small, but they can really shift how you should play your hands. When rules change, the best way to play each hand also changes. Your basic strategy, which is a set of mathematically proven decisions, needs to be adjusted to match these new rules. If you don't, you might be making plays that are no longer optimal, and that can cost you over time. Let's look at some common rule changes and how they impact your strategy. First, the number of decks used in the game makes a difference. Fewer decks, like 1 or 2, tend to favor the player slightly because the card distribution is more predictable. This means you might want to double down more often or split pairs more aggressively. On the other hand, games with many decks, like 6 or 8, tend to favor the house, so you should be more cautious with risky plays. Next, consider whether the dealer hits or stands on soft 17. A soft 17 is a hand with an ace counted as 11 plus other cards totaling 6. If the dealer hits on soft 17, it increases their chances of improving their hand, raising the house edge. This means you should be more conservative with doubling down or splitting in some situations, since the dealer has a better chance of beating your hand. Doubling rules also matter. If you can double after splitting pairs, you have more opportunities to increase your bets when the odds are in your favor. But if doubling is only allowed on your initial 2 cards, you need to be more selective. Similarly, rules about splitting pairs influence your strategy. Being able to resplit aces or split multiple times can give you an advantage, so you might want to play more aggressively with pairs in those cases. Surrender options are another factor. If the game allows early or late surrender, you can fold a losing hand and lose only half your bet. Knowing when to surrender based on the rules can save you money in the long run. For example, if the dealer shows a 10 and you have a hard 9, surrendering might be the best move if the rules permit. Dealer hole card rules also change the game. In American blackjack, the dealer peaks for blackjack before players act if the up card is an ace or 10 value card. This prevents players from doubling or splitting unnecessarily if the dealer has a blackjack. But in European blackjack, the dealer does not peak, so players risk losing more if the dealer has a natural blackjack. This affects when you should double or split, especially in borderline situations. Side bets and insurance are not part of basic strategy but can influence your overall betting approach. Insurance is generally not recommended unless you are counting cards, but knowing the rules around it helps you make smarter decisions. To sum up, every rule change shifts the odds and probabilities behind each decision. Your basic strategy must be tailored to the specific rules of the game you are playing. Always check the rules at the table before you start playing. Use a strategy chart that matches those rules exactly. Adjust your plays for doubling, splitting, and surrendering based on the house rules. Doing this helps you keep your edge as high as possible and minimizes losses. Remember, understanding how rule variations impact your decisions is key to mastering blackjack and playing smart every time.